Hi, welcome to my home. My name is Kathy, and in today's video I'm going to be making some elderberry syrup. Now I like to put elderberry syrup on my yogurt each morning because elderberry has such wonderful properties. It's high in vitamin C, vitamin B6, iron, A, potassium, and other nutrients. It's antibacterial, it's antiviral, and it's an immunostimulant. So it just helps stimulate your immune system to do what it's supposed to do, and it's something that you can take every day. I prefer it in a syrup form because it's a little bit sweeter, and that way I can have it on my yogurt. Now for years I've always just purchased my elderberry syrup. This last time I got some, I didn't care for the taste as much as I had hoped I would. So I decided, you know what, I need to make my own. I need to figure out how to make it, and that way I can have the ingredients on hand and then I can make it up whenever I want. Now the recipe that I'm following is out of the Prepper's Natural Medicine book. I'm tweaking it just a little bit, but it's mainly following this, and I'm just doubling the recipe in this. And I'm just adding one ingredient, so I'll let you in on that as we go. First, I have 4 cups of water in my pot, and to that I am going to be adding 1 cup of dried elderberries, and I'm going to add in 2 sticks of cinnamon. The single batch recipe called for 9 cloves of garlic. I have about 7 cloves of garlic here, but some of the cloves were very large. They were about the size of 3 cloves, I think. So with those, I just smashed them with the side of my knife and took the peels off and plopping them right in. Then I have a nice little helping of sliced ginger. It's peeled and sliced. Then it called for about 9 whole cloves, and that's close enough. Throw that in. I don't particularly care for the taste of cloves, so if I had a little less, no problem with me. And the one thing I'm going to add that is not called for in the recipe book is cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper works as a gives your immune system a wake up. It just kind of tells it to wake up and pay attention because something's going on that it needs to respond to. So we're going to just put a splash of that in. Now I'm just going to bring this to a boil and let it boil down. I'm not really sure how long this is going to take, so I'm going to kind of play it by ear. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil. I'm going to simmer it, and when I come back, I'll let you know how long I simmered it for. And then after this is done, we'll strain it. I have one more ingredient that I need to add, so I'll let you in on that one as soon as we come back. Okay, we're back. I let the mixture, I brought it to a boil, then I simmered it with the lid on for 40 minutes. I was really watching for the garlic cloves to become very soft, and the berries started losing their colors. Once it was done simmering, I did leave the lid on. I turned it off and let it cool down because I want it warm, but I don't want it too hot for the next step. So now what I'm going to do is I just have this tea towel. I have a wire mesh strainer, and I am just going to strain all of this into my measuring cup. And I'm just going to push on the berries just to get all of the juice out and into my measuring cup. You can also, like I used the fresh ginger, but you can use dried ginger as well. So use what you have. I'm going to get on some gloves and I'll be right back. So now that I have gloves on, I'm just going to pull this up, pull my towel up, and I'm going to start giving this a squeeze. That is still hot. At least it's not boiling still. Just want to get all of the juices out. have about 2 cups of finished juice. I started off with 4 cups of water, and it's reduced down to 2 cups of liquid. I'm put this back in my pot. I'm not going to turn the heat on. The last ingredient is honey. It's preferable if you can find raw local honey. If you can't find local honey, try to find raw honey. If you can't find that, then whatever honey you have will work. I'm going to start with 2 cups. And the benefit of having the raw honey is honey has a lot of really good medicinal qualities to it. It's going to give it a nice sweet flavor because without the honey it is pretty bitter. And I want the syrup to be warm so that it melts the honey, but not so hot that it's going to get rid of any of the good qualities from the honey. You don't want to boil that out. This recipe is super simple. Add your elderberries, some water. If you don't like ginger, if you can't tolerate that, don't put it in. If you don't like garlic or can't tolerate it, then don't put it in. The same with the cayenne or the cloves. This is a very forgiving recipe, and there are a multitude of ways to make it. So give it a try. Try it out, see how you like it, adjust it to your taste and what you want to get out of it. And if you have a recipe that you use for elderberry syrup or any other immune boosters that you use, please let me know. Put it in the comment section down below. Or if there's something else that you say, hey, you have to try this, like maybe add rose hips, or if there's any other type of herbs or spices that you found make it just delicious and very beneficial, please leave a comment down below and let me know what that is. Share it with the rest of us. So now I'm just going to put this back in my measuring cup just so that it's a little easier to pour. And here I just have a quart-sized jar. I'm just going to pour it right in. Looks like I'll have a little extra. I'll find a small jar for that. I'll put the lid on it. This is going in my refrigerator, and that's where I will keep it until it's used up. If you were using alcohol and doing more of a tincture, then it could be, you could keep it on your counter or in a cupboard. But since this is a syrup, you definitely want to keep this in the refrigerator. And if this is too much for you, again, I doubled the recipe, so just use less and make a smaller container. But I'll use this every morning on my yogurt, so it will not go to waste. I will get lots of good use out of this. So, okay, well there we have it. If you liked today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. And until next time, have an amazing day, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye now.